see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma State's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home.
Turning it on! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Snagged out of the air. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? He wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catch.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Fires to the big fella. Right midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Wildcats are flying down the field. Back to throw, it's Kennedy. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. On the move at the 30. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Power football with the run. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. There he goes! Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Sperry. Hauls it in. Turns it on in midfield. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's put... It's on alert early.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got a wide open receiver. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick and fast and in a hurry.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the 3rd.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Kennedy. Fires left. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He breaks a tackle. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Trying to escape and get it, turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Pulls and fires complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Makes the grab. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Punt is on its way. He's got it. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception, so lucky that ball was incomplete.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Plows through the defense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. Swings it out to the flat. Tries to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Bought a little time, lets it go. And his throw is incomplete. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be brought down. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath him. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Cowboys want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Steps away. He's going to take off. First down and more. Breaks into the open. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. And the Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Under fire. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage at 3 and just get points before halftime. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater.
The Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. Bringing it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Rush is on him. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him.
Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? Looking to throw on first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, the ground game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down. Got room at the 35. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Now the toss. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch.
Catch inside the 25. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Man, the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And the route is on. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Runs through a tackle. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It's complete to the left. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Complete to the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Going over the top. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wants to go up top. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now he's trying to get closer, and they knock it free. And they will score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The give to the tailback. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the 1st down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Kennedy. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Finding open areas. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo here, too. Now that you just picked up that 1st down, don't let the defense sub. A lot of these guys now have been on the field for a little while. See if you can catch them off guard here and try to take advantage of how tired they are.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot and I go attack him.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that side.
Right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. The inside handoff. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. To the air. It's Stewart. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Wants to bring it back. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Makes it past the marker. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He
fires deep toward the end zone. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got the back over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line, and I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st. And he takes it in for the score. Cowboys! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The give from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Stewart. Makes the catch. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The short hands, it's Proctor.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man out of the backfield. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Cowboys have taken it inside the 20. The give as they work on that clock. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Up in the back. That'll be a loss of 2. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Gives it to the back on the draw. Got the first down, looking for more. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Stewart. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Find some fresh air. Still on his feet at the 35. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen,
he lofts one down the sideline. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.